MoneyRanks. Ranked insights on money, investing, and wealth. Some investments create unbelievable wealth. Others destroy fortunes so quickly that they become lessons for an entire generation. Here are 7 of the worst investments that wiped out billions and shocked the financial world. Number 7 is Peloton. During the pandemic, demand exploded and the company became a market darling. But when gyms reopened, sales collapsed almost instantly. Inventory piled up, losses surged, and more than $35 billion in value disappeared. A perfect example of how temporary trends can mislead investors. In 6th place is Kodak. Despite inventing digital photography, the company ignored its own breakthrough to protect its film business. Competitors embraced the future, Kodak failed to adapt, and its value evaporated. The company eventually filed for bankruptcy. Innovation doesn't wait for anyone, especially not market leaders. Number 5 is Uber China. Uber poured billions into trying to win the Chinese ride-sharing market, offering subsidies and bonuses at an unsustainable rate. But local competitor Didi dominated. Uber surrendered and the investment vanished into one of the most expensive expansion failures in tech history. Even the biggest companies can't conquer every market. At number 4 is Evergrande. For years it grew aggressively while accumulating more than $300 billion in debt. When liquidity dried up and regulations tightened, the entire empire collapsed. Millions of homeowners, banks, and investors were affected. It became one of the largest corporate failures ever recorded. Third is Theranos. The company promised a medical revolution, hundreds of tests from a single drop of blood. The story was compelling, but completely false. The technology didn't work. At its peak, Theranos was valued at $9 billion before crashing to zero. Even highly sophisticated investors fell for the narrative. In 2nd place is WeWork. The company scaled at incredible speed, backed by massive investments, but its business model was deeply unprofitable. Governance problems and unrealistic valuations led to a dramatic collapse. Over $47 billion in value evaporated before the company ultimately filed for bankruptcy. And number 1 is FTX. The crypto exchange grew at a stunning pace, endorsed by celebrities, trusted by institutions, and used by millions. Behind the scenes, customer funds were mismanaged and financial controls were non-existent. When the truth emerged, the collapse was immediate. Tens of billions in investor wealth disappeared, marking one of the worst financial disasters of the decade. These 7 failures reveal a pattern: hype fades, weak fundamentals eventually break, and trust remains the most valuable currency in finance. Every investor, beginner or expert, can learn from the fortunes lost in these spectacular collapses.